Notts County talk. We've held off a little bit to record this to sort of get ourselves ready, haven't we? Really, our emotions were flying high. What a result! They 100%. They still are, but they've levelled off a little bit to what they were at the final. As you may be able to tell, me and Tom are a little bit croaky after that one. My throat is a little bit sore. Some fantastic performances today. You could probably pick 5 players on the pitch that were man of the match, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, we'll get straight on with it. We'll go Sam Slocum. First one, a few suggestions he could have saved it, but I think actually it was hit so hard, and it's sort of those once-a-season shots from a decent player as well that makes it difficult. But last second they put it in, and he makes a point-blank save on the line that stops it going to extra time. So for me, in essence, he's kept the win, and it's a 10.
Agreed. I think second half, other than that goal you just talked about there, where he sort of maybe could do a little bit better, he's been flawless.
Crosses.
Absolutely flawless. Crosses, he was claiming everything. That shot that they could have gone in later on, like you said, he's done well for. So yeah, 10. We'll go for Brindley next then. I'm gonna go straight in and go for a 8. I don't think he was the standout player, but he still had a really good game, didn't he?
He did, yeah. And then let's not forget, he's been playing centre-back, and he's been asked to make that switch with only 180 minutes of football in there. You crowded out, him and Miller crowded out first half, I think, for most of it, but I would agree with you with the 8 for him.
Yeah, agreed then. Right centre-back then, to start off with, obviously, we'll go Rawlinson. I don't think he was the best today, was he, by any stretch of the imagination? But he wasn't poor, and I can see why Birchall started him, because we need that height against a side like Chesterfield that utilise that. They're a strong, rugged side that use the height. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I can see why the change was made at half time. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, I want to get this out of the way before I say it later in the video. I want to talk about Chesterfield and the reason why we played Rawlinson. It was to stop those area balls into the box. Their football was horrible to watch, even from an opposition point of view. It was so negative. It was literally, we are going to defend our 6-yard box and just try and catch you on the break or put it in the box. And Rawlinson came in, and actually it was okay, but I think Birchall realised, if we put one more attacking player, we're going to push them back. And we did that. So Rawlinson was sacrificed. Not amazing, but also they scored from 2 chances. Like in a lot of other games, they won't score.
No.
So it's 7.5.
Yeah, we're both agreed on that one then. Quite arguably a lot of people's man of the match today, on the end of everything, scores the winner, gets an assist, he's a centre back. It's ridiculous. I'm going to give him an 11.
I'm going to give it 10, 11, 12.
Keep going. Can't count that high, can you?
People say, how much passion can a lone player give you? Yeah, there you go. Just show them that 90 minutes of Mark Ellis. They're a very physical side, and he's headed the ball 3-4 times out in the last minute. Genuinely, the last minute. He scored the winner. Who's leaving Mark Ellis unmarked in a playoff eliminator? Give your head a check, because that is either you've not followed your manager's game plan, or your manager's had an absolute mare. Awful decision. He's got the winner. He's got an assist, I believe. 12. I've said it. 12.
Yeah, I gave him an 11.
And we've taken time to compose ourselves, and I'm still giving him a 12.
It's a joke, really, and it's off the scale. Yeah, Mark Ellis, fantastic. When you talk about passion and aggression, he's probably up there with the highest ranked on the pitch for me, and he's a lone player.
Yeah,
like you said. So
I'm excited for this next player.
Yeah,
Adam Chickson.
10,
11, 12. Honestly, one of the best individual performances without scoring or assisting I've seen at Meadow Lane for many years. The composure of him is unbelievable. He was 2 months ago, he was almost out in the cold, and he's come in. He said he'll fight for his place. He's apologised for trying to leave the club, I believe, and he's come in not a foot wrong today.
No, I think as well it's worth mentioning as well, you sort of briefly rubbed over it a little bit there, Ellis and Chickson, for me today personally, this is probably a bold statement, probably one of the best defensive displays I've ever seen at Meadow Lane from a Notts player. Would you agree?
I actually would agree. I would agree completely.
I thought they were impeccable, absolutely inch perfect. 10, 11, 12. I'm agreeing with Tom. Unstoppable.
And then go to Mr. Nutmeg.
The Megster.
Calvin Miller.
The Megster.
We were told in training
The Megster.
he put 2 or 3 megs in, 2 or 3 today. Not quite there. I think he's becoming a player now that teams know they have to mark. But then it opens up other players. I'm going to give him a 9, Miller.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 9 as well. I don't think he had much to play with in the first half. Second half, he was a little bit more, he was given that freedom, I think, Phil, because we changed our shape. It worked well for him. So, yeah, 9. I think, he's megging players left, right and centre. It was a bit of a joke at times. But, yeah, central midfield then. Got to kick it off with Doyle.
10.
10 out of 10.
11.
Oh, he's gone again.
12.
He's off the scale.
I mean,
his ability to wind up opposition players up is second to none, isn't it?
it is, but what impressed me most today, he's gone from a midfield 3 to a midfield 2 after half time because they changed the Birchnell, which actually is difficult because you've got to we've gone that formation to still be very dominant in the game as we were, and so those midfield 2 have still got to be dominant, and he kept the flow, he kept it dominant. So for me, 10. 11, 12.
11, 12, yeah. Reevesy then. I thought Reeves was really good. I think we've obviously bought him off. I don't want to say it because I don't want to sound maybe arrogant, you could say, but I feel like, Birchall said it in his post-match interview that he felt like we were going to win that game, even though we were losing. I feel like Birchall may have taken him off just to save him getting that injury, because obviously he's coming back from a bit of an injury.
Yeah.
But again, he's such a key player. There's so many key players on the pitch. Fantastic performance from him today. I'm going to give him a 9.
Yeah, I'll go 9 as well. Not quite up to Doyle, but also swap into that midfield 2 after half time. Impeccable, 9.
That leads us to Ruben Rodriguez then.
Has to drop deeper,
Yep.
naturally, because of O'Brien. He's not going to have the impact he had, and that was left to Enzio to have a bit more of. But also, he was still effective, and he was still making space for himself, and he was still drawing 2 players. So, Ruben, I'm going to give an 8.5, but it could be a 9, 8.75.
9.5. Pure final assist of the game. You're forgetting it.
I am forgetting it.
You're forgetting it.
9.5.
9.5. There you go. Change his mind.
9.5. That free kick, actually.
It's an occasion that he really loves to play for, isn't it? I think Ruben, key player, fantastic performance again today. So yeah, we both agreed on that one. Then 9.5.
Enzio.
The one change then, Enzio for O'Brien. Absolute game changer, I think.
Ben said in his fan chat that Enzio was roared on by the the Cyril and the cop to take his man on because he had the beating, and he did. And once he took his man on, all of a sudden you've got Enzio this side that's got to be marked. You've got Miller on the other side. You've got Doyle and Reeve making things happen in the middle. You've got Wotton to contend with. You've got Rodriguez to contend with, and all of a sudden you're a more dangerous team from every angle of the pitch. So for me, he's going to get a 9.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, 9. He's done a couple of times where he's cutting in a shot, hasn't he? And you're thinking, you're just wishing it was Nestle in top corner.
Minute.
Yeah, literally first minute from the get-go. But yeah, I agree with Tom on his rating. And one player that I feel like might have been a little bit forgotten today, even though he scored 2 goals, is Kyle Wotton, because what a performance from him today. You could argue again, man of the match.
10, 11, 12.
Oh, he's done it again.
Honestly,
I'm honestly going to give him a 10. I feel like he's just on the end of everything. He's such a poacher, isn't he?
yeah, but he holds the ball up as well, which is invaluable. We can't forget Kyle Wotton, who has scored the majority of the goals for this game and has been back on the score sheet, went 13 or 14 without a goal, and a player could easily have been out of confidence. We've said on the channel before, maybe he's played himself into the playoffs. I think he has.
Yeah.
I think he has.
Jimmy goals.
8. He came on, did what he was told to do, stretch them, because at that point we just had Wotton to stretch them. All of a sudden you've got a quick, young, energetic player that's not afraid to try things. He stretches it more, and I think he was an influential part in that. So 8.
Yeah, I totally agree with your rating. And again, he was stretching the defence. He was, energetic, because he's coming at half time, hasn't he? He's made life difficult for Chesterfield, and I think it's shown later on in the game. So yeah, a real key element to the game, I think that was. And then final sub, Kelly Evans came on, didn't he? He sort of played a bit of an advanced role in central midfield, didn't he?
I don't think we can really rate him.
No, I agree, but to come into a game of that magnitude,
Free kicks.
yeah,
Maybe he gets the 8 as well.
yeah.
Maybe. I want to talk about Bertrand as well. It's bold to go away from a formation you've been playing and tactically to know that was going to work, because second half, bar Tyson going 1-on-1, it was a flawless performance.
Absolutely.
10?
10, 11, 12.
12.
We're agreed on most of those ratings then. Absolute sky high ratings. Pure elation from today's game. Absolutely over the moon with the result and the way it came. On to Torquay at the weekend, hoping for a big result, and I'm hoping for a win. We've just got to go there and win now, because I want to go to Ashton Gate more than anything now, even though I've complained about the final being at Ashton Gate. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.